Well, hello everybody, it's Leanne Greff with today's free video, a class I do every Tuesday at 11 a.m. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I love teaching stamping and sharing our Stampin' Up! Products. I just love what we offer, and I think that being creative fills a need in most women. I'm not sure about men, I can't speak for men, but I think that there's something satisfying, fulfilling that when we are creative, whether it's gardening or cooking or crafting. I just think it fills a need that we all have. So yeah, I love what I do. I'm very lucky that I can earn a living at what I love to do. So yeah, let's get started. All right, I have a lot to share. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Thank you for joining me and spending some of your morning with me. Those who are live, I always upload my videos to my YouTube channel, and that's under Leanne Greff. If you want to follow me on YouTube, that would be great. Let's see, I'm going to do door prizes first. So the prizes were a set of hexagon, adhesive backed hexagons for commenting, and for sharing last week we have a set of, I think it's 10 cards in envelopes, matching envelopes with some designer paper that you can use to finish off the cards, kind of a little creativity kit. So the winners of that, I don't think they're on, I'm sorry gals, yet, but is Carol Helms and Joan Fuller. So I believe Carol gets the card kit and Joan gets the adhesive backed hexagons. So congratulations. So glad that you helped me get the word out on my video. So if you like what you see, share it with a friend in Messenger or on your Facebook page or in a group that you're in. You know, help me get the word out if you think I do a good job on my videos. All right, for next week's prize, I have a set of cards. Now these are fun fold cards that I'm giving away for sharing. This one is kind of a latch card. You see how that kind of holds closed there? Kind of a neat, oh, it's a double. I forgot about that. So a double fold. So once you have some of these fun folds in hand, you will have all the measurements and be inspired to create with them. So get the word out. Thanks for sharing my video, and you'll be in the drawing for these. For commenting, I have a set of Memories and More cards and some stickers that I had in a card kit that I kind of disassembled. But these are, I think they're called Enjoy the Adventure. They are super fun. You just need some black card bases or some, I think it's mint macaron and mango melody, balmy blue. There's a bunch of different colors. Just use a white card base when you're putting those together. They're really fun to create with. So that's for commenting on this video. That's the prize. Okay, I want to share, I'm going to get right into sharing my team swap cards from October that we had our meeting, I think it was a week ago. Maybe I think that was what it was. I can't remember all of the stamp sets or bundles, but this was made by Marla, and I know her stamp sets and the designer paper from the annual catalog, but unique Christmas colors, right? I really like out-of-the-box colors. I find it very refreshing. So that was Marla's card, and this is Rita's card, and she used a stamp set from the holiday catalog. This is a background stamp, and this is a wreath from the annual catalog. So, so yeah, if you like to swap, being in a group of swappers, this is Candace. She used the Berry Cute bundle, I believe, and made a bookbinding card. So if you like to swap, we do monthly swaps in my team. We have a lot of fun. We have a different theme every month. You join, it's all optional. Do what you want, but if you like to swap and make 10 cards or 12 or however many are in the swap, then you get that many different unique cards back. So yeah, This is Paula's card. This is Tracy's. Paula used the Garden Walk designer paper and Christmas Classic stamp set. I like how she used 3 different colors on her greeting. I think that's really special. And her triple colored bow too. So you can kind of see she's got the red and green and crumb cake. So Tracy made this one also using the Berry Cute. So look how different they can be. So that is Tracy's. This is the Mary Bold and Bright designer paper. This is Karen Greenlee. She made this card featuring the Regal Reindeer from the annual catalog. Really like that card. It's so bright and kind of classic. This one is made by Ginny, and she used the Classic Christmas Classics bundle. I love that that die cut, these greetings, yeah. And this clever one was made by Sharon. She used, you can see, that's the gingerbread man from the Sending Cheer bundle. So, and she used the Border Basic dies to kind of separate a strip of designer paper and put another piece in the middle, kind of for accents. So really clever card. And this beauty is made by Roxanne. So she used the Stars at Night bundle, and I noticed that the dies and embossing folder that she used are on low inventory. So I have a feeling those are going to be unavailable soon for a while. Stamp set is still good, dies low inventory. The paper, Oh Holy Night, is available. I'm going to show the inventory status very soon, but if you want to get in on some swapping, how about just a discount? Enjoy it while you can. Maybe you just want to be a kitnapper and get the kit while you can at a discount, because this ends in a week. So this awesome join deal is 1 week left. So if you're interested, I would love to add you to my team, and we get a free on-stage event November 11th. This is I believe it's a 4 or 5 hour event that is valued at $77. So it's a lot of value for what you're paying. So if you're interested, message me. We can chat. There's a lot to it. Honestly, you don't have to meet your $300 quarterly minimum until the end of March. So and every order you put in counts towards that $300 minimum. So if you put in $100 in November or $100 in January, maybe $100 in March, you're good for another 3 months. So yeah, hi Barb and hi Joan. Hello everybody. I haven't been greeting anybody because I've been so busy talking. Can't get a word in, right? Okay, here's the inventory status report as of this morning. So we thought the All About Autumn and Shining Brightly would be back the 23rd. They have moved a lot of things that were expected the 23rd back to the 30th. They must have had a delay in the shipment. I'm hoping maybe we'll get a surprise and it'll be later this week. But yeah, now this means approximately that week. Just so you know, these dates are approximately when they expect them. I'm sure they can't tell exactly until like right before the order arrives what day. But there's quite a few ribbons. Well, 3, I guess. There's actually more of the embellishments that are late. It looks like mid-November we're going to have most of them back. Berry Cute Punch, Deckled Rectangle dies, and Merriest Trees dies now are unavailable for another 2 weeks, it looks like. So, and the glow-in-the-dark bats and ghosts are once again not available at all. They will not be coming back. So that's the inventory status report. If you're thinking of placing an order, make sure you maybe take a screenshot so you can tell. But basically, once you go online, shopwithleanne.com, and type in your item, it will tell you whether it's available or not. It's funny, I actually get notices from customers that say, hey, the paper's back, I'm putting in an order, you know, or else they put an order and I'm like, oh, that's back, because I don't check every day unless I'm seriously waiting for something. So it's so fun to get have my customers help me out. Okay, so we have two fun folds today and a kind of an old favorite treat bag that I'm going to share. Bring that back, especially for Halloween, which is next week. You might find this helpful for some decent sized treat bags you can make for your kiddos. Okay, what to start with? Well, I'm just going to start with the treat bag. And we'll do that. So, trying to think what I was going to mention these last week. This is last week's video, and the tutorial for those will be this week. So I share a free project sheet. This is actually, I think it's tomorrow. This will be on my blog tomorrow with the template for this. A 6x6 piece feeds both cards with accents in the inside. So that'll be available tomorrow, and I think this one is going to be Thursday or Friday. Can't remember what I'm going to do. So this is such a fun fold and super, super easy with just a few extra score lines. It's like a mini slimline card that you can make, but it is so fun inside. So this uses the Abundant Beauty decorative masks. So, and this is the Snowflake Magic with the So Very Merry stamp set with gold embossing. So I just wanted to share that. But remember, you get the free project sheets on my blog the week after my video. So if you're not following me, it's flowerbug.net. Flowerbug.net. Very easy to remember. My handle is Flowerbug because I'm a gardener. That was what I came up with when I first started doing videos and blogging. I'd have to have a kind of a handle, so that's what came out. I do want to remind you that this is my gift for orders over $55 when you use a host code in October. These are unavailable for another 2 to 3 weeks. So they are gorgeous glitter, adhesive back glitter sequins. Love, love, love them. So those, that's my gift for orders. All right, let's get to the treat bag. Gosh, I can talk, huh? Okay, so this is, remember this bag? Super cool, and I didn't attach anything to it. There is, I have 5 Jardelli's candies in there, and I honestly could fit more. This is from the Them Bones designer paper. Cute little, and you could definitely just glue this on, poke a hole. In fact, I might do that for the next card. Poke a hole and tie that on there, but it's just as easy if you have some clips to do a clip, and then they can get to it super quick, super easy. All right, so remember, this will be a free project sheet likely next week. So I'm going to switch it up and do the Oh Holy Night, Stars at Night bundle. So remember, this bundle with the embossing folder is low inventory. So what you want to do, and I did already score just in case I made a mistake, but when you're bringing this in, and my preferred scoring method is my Simply Scored, it just is. So this is 6 tall by 9 wide. Okay, very easy, 6 by 9. Does use a good portion of your designer paper, but hey, maybe you want to use it up. So you're going to turn it on its side, and if you have a seam like I do, you have to choose the bottom. So especially if it's something directional, you have to choose the bottom. So the bottom is where you do your scoring. So you're going to score at 1 1/4, okay? Then turn it kind of upside down and score at 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, and 8 inches. Okay, so only up to the score, oops, right here. 2 inches, this is why I do it ahead of time, 4 inches, 6, and 8. And the 8, I just lightly put a little score line. Oops, I gotta follow that, so lightly. You'll see why in a minute. You don't have to do that. That is totally unnecessary. But your 2, 4, 6, and 8 is only up to that score line. Very important, okay? All right, so this is super, super easy project. You could do a lot of these really quickly. The only problem I'm going to have, I'm going to turn it over. I think I can see this a little bit better. Boy. Okay. Something on my scissors. I'm going to just put a little crease because this is very hard to see. Okay, this is the 8-inch. Here is the 6. My scissors has something gluey on it, so I have to clean that. And the 2. Okay, so that's basically it. Very, very simple. All right, then we're just simply going to fold this up. And this is why I did that extra score line right here, because that gives me a guide on adhering that. So right now I'm going to use, and I could use liquid glue, but I do like using tear and tape. So I'm going to just end that right there for now. So when you use tear and tape, you press the edges down really easy, and then the backing comes off nicely. All right, so this is my light score line. That just shows me where I want the edge of this designer paper to start. I should have had maybe some adhesive. Trying to hold it, and yet this is the hardest part. There. Okay, and you know what? I had I'm gonna have to use some glue. I had my tear and tape on the wrong side. I should have had it on this edge. So probably be better to put it on the edge that doesn't have the score line. Okay, so there's our kind of a tube, right? So then all we need to do now is fold these over. Now what I like to do is find the front. So this is my back because it has the crease or the edge of the designer paper. So I like to make sure that my front is not like this. When you see it, I want a smooth fold over. So now all you need to do is add some adhesive. Oh, I better get that in there. Add adhesive everywhere. And then fold that over, making sure that everything is even. Okay, now to get in the inside, I tend to use a bone folder. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for sharing, Della. I appreciate that, and Jeanne, and those others that I've missed. So I'm just going in the inside and pressing to adhere that glue closed. Or that, yeah, the bottom close. So now all you do is kind of pinch. You don't crease. You don't want any creases. You want a nice, smooth crease. Now I'm going to share with you my inspiration. I have this in my drawer. I saved it. This is one from last year, maybe the year before. I don't know. But super simple, bright, colorful Christmas treat bag. So as you can see, you can do any of this. I'm going to try something different here. Did I bring my ribbon? Yes, I did. Okay, let's try something different. I'm going to close this one with a hole punch and ribbon. Now I'm going to do there. This is a big hole punch. And there. Okay, of course, you'd fill your candy, which I don't have any extra of. Well, maybe I'll just take a couple out of here just for weight, because otherwise it tends not to stay up. Okay, all right. So fill it with candy. Then, well, first I think I'm going to do my decoration. So I just grabbed one of the dies. I haven't used this die yet, so I thought that would be really pretty. And then I'm just going to add a little greeting, but I didn't want the whole celebrating the magic of the season as just a little too long, but I wanted something small and thin. So I'm just going to trim that off and adhere this to the center of that. Okay, next I wanted to grab the silver twine. We're gonna have a little silver, might be too much bow, I don't know. I'm kind of winging it here. So this is our elegant trim. This is the silver. And I thought of just putting a small little bow on that. And I could have used like a gem too. We'll see what we think. probably should do the closure first. If I don't use this, I'll save it for later. Okay. I have to do this because once I punch the holes, you don't have a lot of choice. So in through the front, back through to the front. So I think I will tie a bow. That looks pretty good. Okay, so now tie that closed, tie a bow. Hopefully it'll stay where I want it. And, oh, I knew it was going to do that. Yep. So,
Sorry. I'm grabbing a tool.
my husband just walked in. Forgot I had my live today. All right, I'm just kind of fiddling until it stays where I want it. And that's pretty good. Okay, now let's see if we like. This is going to go pretty high. And that's going to have to go up. So I don't think I like that bow. No, I didn't think I would. So I'm going to grab, I have these. These are perfect for a 3D, especially these larger ones. When you have a large, sometimes they just don't work on a card as well as they do on a 3D item. So I'm just going to use some glue. I might just use a little bit on here. And then sneak that up. There. What do you think? I think it's cute. There are both of them. So I think this is called a bag in a box or box. I don't remember the name. Does anybody remember the name of this box? I know I did it years ago, but I cannot recall. Yeah, that bow is going to drive me a little crazy. There, a little bit better maybe. Okay, all right, there we go. That's the box bag, treat bag that I wanted to share with you today. Different ways to close it, but I really like how it shows off your designer paper. If you have a lot of paper, these would be great treats for trick-or-treaters, Christmas, any of that. Okay, next I'm going to share a really simple fun fold. I mean, it's kind of crazy. It also features the same Them Bones designer paper. So you're like, well, that doesn't look like a fun fold, but yeah, this uses nested, let me see, where's my little nested essential dies and a few things from the Pick-a-Patch stamp set. So this is the whole card base is a strip of designer paper. Not really a fun fold, but it's a great way to use your designer paper. So this is 4 1/4 by 12. And all you do is make a score line. I'm going to bring my Simply Scored back in and show you with this next designer paper. Of course, I'm switching it up with a new paper. But here it is, so 12 inches long, scored at 1 inch, right here, 1 inch, and of course 5.5 inches later is 6.5 inches. So really simple, 1 inch, 6.5. Now you're going to want to plan ahead when you look at your paper what you want on the front. So if this would have been my front, which it would have been fine, would have been a little less busy. But once you make your score line, you're kind of set. You don't have a choice which way your designer paper is going to be. Now I thought, I know this is kind of falling or hanging, but so does foliage. It does kind of hang down like that. So basically what you need, I didn't want to put a card base on the back because it's cute, it's pretty. So yeah, this is a neat way to show off both sides of your paper. and just have a simple score line there. But you do need something in the inside for the weight and the sturdiness of your card. So you do have to have an inside. But what I did here was just add a coordinating strip of paper. So I'm going to just add some glue here. Might have been a weird way to do that. And lay that on. So one edge meets, there we go. And then I'm just going to trim off the excess. This was just a scrap that I had in my white scraps. So now I can glue this down. Okay. Okay, so depending on what you want to do to decorate this, this is going to be my inside. Now this is my typical 3.5 by 4 3/4. It leaves a nice edge there, and you could cover this up too, but it's so pretty that I don't need to. And that adds enough of the sturdiness to it. So I have some dies from the Something Fancy dies, and this is Misty Moonlight ink. And we're going to stamp using, because this is Winter Meadow and this is Magic Meadow, so they're beautiful together, and I've used these a lot. So Winter Wishes, I love this one because it can be, you could turn it into Christmas on the inside or just a winter card. This could be a great birthday card. Hoping I stamp that straight. Yep, pretty good. Okay, all right, then that will probably be popped up. And I'm using the dregs of this one, this pack, or the sheeted dimensionals. So I'll just get those off there and add this. I'm not going to sponge or anything, just keep this quite simple. Now I'm missing, there it is. Okay, so I'm considering this was going to be how I did this. I'm not sure if I like that or if I want that to the edge. Yeah, I'm going to show you what I do when I have a scrap that I think may be too short. I'm just going to cut it in half. I want a banner end. I don't know why I like banners so much. They just add some easy interest to your card. Okay, so this one is going to be glued, and this is textured. I had that in my scrap. I didn't use it. It was just in my scrap, so I'm like, and so are these. So nobody knows after I glue this that is like that. So I could bring that as far over as I want to. I'm just not, yeah, I think I'm gonna go pretty far over. Okay. Nobody knows. So if you want to be sure that's straight, use something, straight to help you out. And then that will go on there. But first, I have ribbon. Oh, I should stamp my inside. I'm going to do the inside first before, I don't know, I have my ink out. I like to do that. So we will add our greeting, which is, may the season of sparkle bring joy and delight. This could be an anything card, one of those cards that you just want to send to somebody because you're thinking of them. Oh, I'm going to test it. It's hanging a little bit up, so hopefully this will be straight. Yes. All right. So now I want to add a few of these elements. So I brought out this one and this one. Just going to add some prettiness. And I want to stamp off. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Ooh, that is very light. Maybe I won't stamp off. Okay, both very light. Probably need to re-ink that. This is Misty Moonlight. That one I probably should have stamped off, but that's okay. All right, ink is done. when you close our ink pads, really important that you push it into the back of the hinge before you close, because if you don't, oh, this one's a good example. See those little raised areas on there? That's because when it was closed, it wasn't quite seated back into the base far enough. So press it toward the base before you close and you won't have those break. I have some that are actually broken. So that's one way to treat your Stampin' Up! Ink pads a little bit better than some might. Okay, let's get this inside. Finish off the look of that card. Center that. Yeah, I wish I would have stamped off on that Misty Moonlight, but it is what it is. All right, so we're gonna do this. Now we're going to make a faux bow. And that is basically, actually, yeah, a faux bow. So I'm gonna do something like that, really loose, and then just add, I could use mini glue dots, but I'm going to add tape runner because it's going to be, and hopefully, oh yeah, it's not going to come off. Well, I don't have my glue dots here. Okay, you're going to have to come off, mister. Or sometimes on tape, yeah, I can feel it. I just grab some and put it right in the center. Sometimes tape runner does not want to stick to this ribbon. Now I need one more bunch. There's one. I like the Seal Plus because they come off in little strips. Very, very strong. Peeling it off my finger. Nope, no, it's not going to want to come off my finger. Okay. All right, and then just, now the reason I'm doing this is because I don't want to have a knot. I want something nice and smooth, and I still have something on my finger. Okay, so I think it was going to be this way. I really like this ribbon. It's silver and white. It's sheer. So there's not a lot of white. It's more sheer in my opinion. Then I did a couple die cuts with white and our silver glimmer, adhesive back glimmer paper. So that peels off and it's already adhesive backed. So now that is sticky, ready to go. I'm gonna put this one down first. Just kind of gonna play around, yeah. So what you can do, because this is gonna get covered up, now I have to get this going again, is adhere this down, and I can add just a few little smears. Come on, I don't want to get a lot out here. A few little smears of glue to make that stay. Okay, then my adhesive back glimmer paper. That brings in the silver, and then I'm going to add adhesive for this faux bow, and there we go. Now it's really looking sparkly, and I don't think I want to add any more dimensionals because I have some already and I don't want my card to be super high. So I'm just going to center it on this Mossy Meadow strip. And there we go. Isn't that beautiful? That ribbon is a big favorite of mine lately. Just love it. So that's what I don't know what to call this card. I saw it online, and yeah. So here you go. Two totally different cards. You making the most of your designer paper. Okay, all right. That's that card. Now remember, these project sheets will be on my blog, flowerbug.net, next week. So and they're printable. All you do is grab it and print it. And I'm going to show you one on the next card. Because now this card, if any of you are in my card clubs, well, Trina, I see you're on there. Thanks for sharing, Trina. I'm going to show one of the cards we made at Card Club this month. Now we're going to play with the Trucking Along bundle. That is back and available. So you can get it. I've had people order just this. They've been waiting for it to be available again. because it includes the truck punch. Now we've had other truck sets, but they didn't have a punch with them. So this is pretty special. But this is a fun fold where you open it and then you open it. So this is a birthday card. Okay. And this one is a Christmas card. Okay, all right. So let's get started. We are going to make the Christmas card. And the greeting on the inside is from the Brightest Glow. I think that's this one right here. Otherwise, excuse me, most of the stamps are from the Trucking Along bundle. So lots of pieces. Now when I cut the front, I cut both of these at the same time. So that way I knew the circles would match up and the edges would match up. And yes, our circle dies, or our dies, if they're not detailed, can cut at the same time. So, no, shoot, I know what I forgot to do. I was going to texture this. Yep, this one's not going to be textured. I just don't want to take the time away from the video. So basically, we're just going to leave this one plain for demonstration purposes. Okay, so this will be the front, and I can go ahead and add these right to it. I just wanted to bring in a little bit of that red because that brings it all together when you repeat your colors. That is what makes a real cohesive card. This is just some thin strips that I just love the little bit of black accent. So and see how the angle is here. Keep your scissors at the same angle and cut it again. So when you repeat your colors, your cards become so much more, like I said, cohesive. Matchy matchy, some of us are all about that in Stampin' Up. So, like I said, I am going to adhere this on. I'll show you the texture on the other ones. I'm gonna go around the middle. It just has the usual border, but I want an 1/8 inch border, but I want to make sure it's nice and even. You don't see any white, you don't see any blue, so that worked out perfectly. All right, so for this layer, this inside kind of has a double fold. So just making sure my edges are even, and then this one's going to fold back. Okay, now that's going to go inside the card like this. Okay, before I do that, I'm probably not going to finish this card all the way because there's a lot of coloring and whatnot, but we'll give you the gist. Okay, so I've got black ink, black memento, and I decided to stamp repeated gifts. Ooh, some of this ink is very wet. And I go higher and lower and then higher, and just kind of an array of a row of gifts. Now the other, let's see, the front, nope, no gifts on this one, okay. All right, then I want to stamp my greeting, and this is my Christmas greeting from the Brightest Glow. Just gonna test it out and attempt to be straight. Pretty good. Okay. The other thing I need to do, oh, come on, where's my little scrap piece? I think I missed it. Well, didn't you know I don't have my scrap piece? Let me see if I have another. Well, we'll just leave that part off. I was looking for a scrap for this and for my little tree. So we'll just wait with that. But now I can stamp this, but I'm going to color it later just so I'm not going to be able to stamp once this is in here. But this is done with the solid. So there's an outline gift and a solid gift. So I inked it in balmy blue 3 times, and then I left space for real red twice in the center. And that way I didn't have to color anything. It's easy to color too, but that is my method of how I did that. All right, so this is going to go like that. So we will, actually I don't need to do that. I know my parameters. It's, I don't remember, I think this is 8 inches by 5 1/4, if I remember right. And then you score it, 2 and 4, I believe. Don't quote me, wait for the project sheet. Actually, I have this project sheet done. 8 by 5 1/4, score at 2 and 4. Yes, so that is the inside. Okay, so now this is here. We're going to adhere these together. This is our Snowflake Magic designer paper. It is available, and you're going to go right through this window, add your glue, and I have nothing on there, so it doesn't matter which is up and which is down, and adhere that. Then bring this up, and it's ready to go to add the truck. So, yeah, I could have done this. Stamping my greeting, wishing you a festive Christmas. Okay, get this straight. Okay, pretty good. All right, adding that special delivery is not necessary. It would not have to be done. And I will likely just either do it later or leave it off. So, using my dimensionals, oops. Okay, now for the truck. Now this truck has a few special little qualities to it. We're going to stamp on a scrap of red using the outline of the truck. I'm not using the inside. I'm stamping directly on cardstock. Now this, because this was a club project, I wanted it as easy to color and stamp as I could get it. So we did not use the wheels, the tires that can be filled in. I'm using markers. So we'll just go ahead and this could be done before or after you punch. But this helps people that have trouble lining things up. Just use your marker. Now I have a kind of a special technique for the window and the white walls. You see the lightness to that? So we're using my white ink pad, and I'm just going to, because I'm only doing this one card, I'm going to get some white ink on a block. You could put it on anything to do this technique. And you use a blender pen to pick up white ink, and then you simply color it in. Depending on how much of that ink you pick up, will be how white your items, and they do fade. So found that out. This white ink does fade. Now this is craft ink. There's no other white ink that I know of besides craft. It has to be a pigment ink. Now this is not water-based, but it still works with a blender pen. You can heat emboss with it because it is pigmented. There you go. So, and it can be a little uneven, so sometimes I have to go back a little bit and touch up. So then you just wipe off your blender pen and it's ready to go in any other color. So I don't use blender pens often enough. These work wonderful with ink and with watercolor pencils. They are really, really neat. Okay, so we are going to punch this out. Now this also has the window, the wheel well, and the tire, so you can play around and get a lot out of these punches. So now we want to add some festive pearls. Now I have gold, silver, kind of a dusty greenish blue, and cherry cobbler. Got a couple silver right here that are perfect for hubcaps. Okay. Now that I will, once again, add dimensionals to. And I'm not going to add a dimensional where that pearl is, the festive pearls, because that will make it extra thick as it goes through the mail. So try to think about where your thickness lies when you add your dimensionals. Now one thing that's important on this is to not go outside of the blue because it will get caught. Now the one thing that I don't have is a piece of white scrap. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe I dropped it, but I don't see it, to do these two. So basically we stamped the solid tree and fussy cut it. And we stamped the special delivery and just cut it into an angle and pressed that on there. So it's I'm kind of missing a few extra details to this card. Now the other card had the presents. So the birthday card had the presents that we fussy cut. So yeah, so that's the card. I wanted to show you the technique. And like I said, the project sheet will be on my blog next week. This is the Snowflake Sky embossing folder in the holiday catalog. It has thicker snow and dots and snowflakes at the top and fewer at the bottom. Now this is the Basics 3D folder. There's 3 of them. These are an online exclusive item. So yeah, that is that fun fold card. Like I said, the project sheet will be shared. This one might be shared this week, and then maybe Friday. So yeah, it has the products used and the directions, the measurements and everything. The title, and so that will be, like I said, on my blog, probably Friday. Let's plan for that. Friday, so you can print them off. All right, thank you so much. So if you just joined us, I'll show you the other projects that we made and my bags. So I did a couple treat bags that are so simple. So rewind or replay and or check on YouTube or Facebook for these projects. So those are what I shared today. So thank you so much. I appreciate you watching. Oh, I do want to share my kits. I have multiple kits still ready. I'm actually prepping them today. My friend Pat is coming over and I have it all cut out. We're just going to package them. So this is the cards that I have numbers on them for my prep. So this one, I have quite a few left. I think I have 4 kits left. If you're local, you're welcome to come this Saturday. Now these are shaker cards, super fun with our clear envelopes. Everything comes in this pack. So you get the beads and the sequins, you get all the pieces. You just need some stamps and ink to finish them. You even get the envelopes that are ready to go. So yeah, this is the More Wishes kit. $27 for 12 cards and envelopes, and the PDF tutorial is free. Then the other one I still have some, this one I have 2 left, 2 kits left. There's the envelopes. This one uses the classic Christmas Classics, keep saying it wrong, stamp set. You don't have to have it, but it's what I used. Everything is done and ready to go. You even get the ribbon, you get the die cuts, just no stamping is done for you. So these are, once again, are $27, 12 cards and envelopes on my shop. So that is that. And then I have a few left yet of this kit. This is one of my kits to go, the one my subscribers get. If you're interested in being a subscriber, yeah, let me know. This one comes with 10 cards and envelopes, some of the sparkle white ribbon, and half a pack of the sequin trio. All right, I need to organize these a little bit. All right. Oh boy, they are messed up. So they're all fun folds. Isn't that beautiful? So I don't texture things for you, but I do pre-cut everything else. This has a couple fussy cut flowers in it. You don't have to do that. It's fine without, but that's that card. Excuse me. Wet my whistle. Here's a double flap fold. Like I said, you don't have to have the stamp set. You just mostly need greetings, but I did use the translucent florals for a lot of the greetings. This is also Sentimental Park couple greetings, but everybody has greetings. So you just need some ink, some stamps. That's that one. This one is fun. These three of these are on a recent video if you're interested. I don't give them measurements because that's included in the PDF tutorial, but this is kind of a flap, a catch fold, double flap, catch fold. I really like that one. That's that one. Now this is available in PDF tutorial or in the kit to go. Remember, everything's cut out, you just stamp. There's that one. And then lastly is a bookbinding fold with this fun pinwheel fold with your designer paper. Half a pack of designer paper, some white glitter ribbon, and a share of the sequins trio to finish them off. Otherwise, everything's done. So flowerbugshop.com, and this one is $28 plus shipping. So it figures out the shipping for you. You can advance up to that point and see what it costs you. They'll go out next week, I believe. I should have everything here. Maybe even the end of this week. See how things go. So anyway, I think that's it for all my offers and news and class projects. So thanks, Joan. I'm glad you like my kits. I get a lot of compliments on my kits, and I love making them. It really is fun to create the kits. So grabbing a selection of products and just limiting yourself to those and the ink that matches is really kind of freeing in a way. You don't have to think of all your products. Just grab a few and limit yourself, and you'll be happier when you're creating. Okay, that's it. I will see you all next week, next Tuesday. Oh, I did want to mention that I usually did a Monday live on the fourth Monday of the month. I'm going to cut those out for now. There's a lot going on, and with the holidays and whatnot, I may restart them the beginning of next year. We'll see how it goes. But don't wait for my Monday lives. I'll probably make a note on my Facebook page too. So anyway, Tuesdays at 11 a.m. is my weekly videos. All right, thanks everybody. I appreciate you watching. And don't forget, send some cards. If you're making cards, send some cards. Just because card is really, really special to your friends. So try and send some cards out this week. All right, take care. Have a great week. Bye-bye.